First Blood.
Good evening, everyone. It's your worst nightmare and dream come true. I'm Adrian Halliwell, broadcasting live to you. And I am very, very tired. Really not worth getting into, but it has been a very hectic week, and today was supposed to kind of be the respite from it, but instead, more unexpected stuff happened, and it interrupted the sleep I already don't get, and yeah, it's just been a nightmare. I am like dead tired, to be honest, but I really wanted to stream, and a lot of the things I had been intending to do this week had already been disrupted by all of the unexpected schedule changes for me, so I really didn't want to put it off anymore. So really nothing for anybody here to be concerned about. I mainly just wanted to say that, so in case I sound a little less enthusiastic or something, it's not that I don't want to be here, I'm just really tired. Thank you, Emerald. Still concerned regardless, thank you. I don't want you all to be concerned about me, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. But yes, welcome in everybody, welcome in Emerald, welcome in Naka, welcome in Sally, welcome in Alandria. Thank you all. Can we get a pajamas fit for these moments though? Honestly, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. I might have to add that to my list of ideas for outfits in the future. I actually got really tempted to
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to your Nana, but she'd probably just...
Okay. My apologies for that. I don't know why that just happened. What I used for the music in the background just malfunctioned and started playing an ad when it's not supposed to. Well, I will try to fix that. But anyway, I probably gotta refresh it. It's not supposed to be playing ads. But yeah, that silly moment aside, yeah, I was actually pretty tempted to start setting up the stuff to have a new outfit made, but I really don't have the extra funds to spare at the moment for that, so I have to stave off the desire, unfortunately. Adrian voice only, I know it's torture, I'm sorry. When these ads are done, it should be better. I just gotta refresh it, I think. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not supposed to. It's peak. Well, thank you. Even the music got his weekend off. Yeah, the weekend, or the music got the weekend off. I didn't. Okay. It's supposed to be fixed. Let's see what happens. Hold on. Alright, let me try this again. Alright. Music is back. Hopefully it stays that way. We'll see what happens. But I refreshed it. It should register now that it's not supposed to be playing ads, but we'll see. Anyway. But yes, welcome in everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. It honestly just kind of feels like it has been a hectic time for most people I know. So I can't imagine that I'm the only one going through some difficult times, so yeah, I do hope that all of you are doing well, and if not, I do hope that the time we spend here together can help to make that a little bit better. But we're going to talk for a little bit. Probably not for very long. I actually intended to talk a little bit more than usual because I didn't get a chance to go over some of the game announcements and stuff that happened recently. But it was storming here like only a half hour before I went live. And I'm very paranoid about losing power. So I'll try to get to the game a little bit sooner than usual. Just in case that were to occur. That's such a cute emote. Emerald. But yeah. So, the Nintendo Direct. How about that, huh? That was really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I saw some people were kind of like mixed about it. For me personally, I thought it was a great show. I think a lot of the people that were complaining about it don't understand what it's like to only own one next-gen console at a time. A lot of people were complaining that it was too many ports, but speaking as somebody that does not have a PC that can play pretty much anything well, and does not have a PlayStation 5 or a Xbox Series X or S, seeing all these games coming to the Switch 2 is a godsend for me. So I was actually grinning from ear to ear at all the games being announced for the platform. And I do hope to see more of that. Love a good port. Yeah, exactly. Me too. I mean, it's always better when people have more options, but, you know, some people are spoiled and don't know what it's like, so, you know, good problem for them to have, I suppose, but for the rest of us, I was thankful for it. But all the games there looked really good. Did you all eat today, chat? Thank you for the 50 stream streak, Naka. That is incredible. Thank you for the support. I did, in fact, eat. I actually went out of my way to make sure that I ate because, with the way things have been going recently, haven't really been able to take particularly good care of myself, but, you know, it is what it is. But yes, I did. Nice, I don't want to get angrier tonight, just in case. Let's see. Let's test it again. Okay, does seem like it's working now. That's good. Yeah, I used to be super limited in my options before getting a good PC. Yeah. Now I can imagine. I'll be right back. Take your time, Sally. I just ate suspicious cheap grocery store sushi. That's a little concerning, but hopefully it's better than what you feared. In my experience, grocery store sushi is normally okay. I think it's probably gas station sushi and hospital cafeteria sushi you probably have to worry about. Pretty good for Alaskan pollock. I can see we were kind of thinking the same thing, Naka. But, yeah, as far as the announcements go, I was really, really happy with the Xenoblade stuff. I am a really big Xenoblade fan. And I have yet to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, because I am so busy all the time that it can be hard to find a good time to start a long JRPG. But given that they are going to be doing a Switch 2 update to it, my hope is I'll be able to start it then. Unfortunately, that update isn't coming until December, which is a long time, but I'm always so busy that I honestly don't think it will be that difficult for me to wait. Xenoblade Genesis looks incredible. I was really, really happy to see that there is a female protagonist in the game. Very, very cool. And, I don't know, it was about time. I was really happy to see it. It was oddly downplayed, I noticed, in the community, which I'm not surprised about for several reasons, but, yeah, it is something worth celebrating, I think. I too have the game and haven't played it yet. Hopefully, we get to play it soon, because, it looks incredible. And I really loved Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I just hadn't had the time to start it, unfortunately. Guess December would be a good time with that update. Oh yeah, I was really liking how Genesis looked. Yeah, me too. It looks very different. I saw a lot of people complaining about the fact that, you know, I'm realizing I'm saying that a lot because all people do is complain, but... yeah, I saw some people complaining about the fact that it didn't have, like, the sci-fi elements that Xenoblade usually has. And to that end, I would say... we haven't really seen anything of the game yet. How do you know that? Yes, it looks a lot more, like, medieval in style. But you haven't really seen anything from the game to really know for sure. But I'm not really surprised that most people aren't going to wait and would rather just prejudge.
Prime Day is June 23rd through the 26th?
Okay, something is up with this. I don't know why it is doing that. Oh, that's annoying. Unfortunately, it seems like refreshing actually did not solve the problem. That is something I'm gonna have to investigate off-stream. So we might need to nix some music for now. Oh, that it keeps playing ads when it's not supposed to. And I thought that, I thought refreshing it would fix it, but, evidently not. Very weird, because it was not having this issue, when I was getting everything set up and we were on the starting soon screen and stuff. So I have no idea why it is giving me this problem now, but, anyway, I'm gonna try not to let it distract me. Yeah, that is really annoying. That is not supposed to be doing that. Let's see. Alright, let me do that, and then what I might do is have to manually just rewind this instead of letting it loop. Probably what I'll do. Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry for the scuff. They had beautiful-eyed characters. I really liked it. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it looks really, really nice. Not familiar with with Xenoblade as a franchise, so I can't say either way. All I can say is that the visuals for the next game look nice and intriguing. Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Thank you both for the head pats. On top of that, I was actually pleasantly surprised to see that they're making a Switch Sports Resort. I was not expecting that. I'd actually been watching some YouTube videos recently about Wii Sports Resort and how much fun that game was and stuff, and how people missed Woohoo Island, and then sure enough, it came back. I think it was especially funny for me after playing Go Vacation. Two different games, obviously, but that game and Wii Sports Resort always make me think of one another. So I can't help but feel that I kind of conjured it up a little bit with my recent interest in Woohoo Island. But yeah, that looked nice. I thought the thumb wrestling looked funny. It was interesting to see people get so mad that Koizumi did the little short demo playing it. But again, people are never happy, so it is what it is. I also was very pleasantly surprised at the Kingdom Hearts 4 appearance. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I am honestly astounded that Nintendo was able to land that for the Direct. That was really quite shocking. Nice to know that it will be launching on the Switch too. Again, I applaud Capcom and Square Enix. I think right now they are my favorite publishers on the platform, because they are actually trying. And I am happy to give them credit for that. I would like to see more of that. I'm seeing a ton of people complaining about the people's hype for Ocarina of Time Remake, saying it's just an old game. Those people don't get it whatsoever. That was actually what I was about to talk about next. And what is there to say that you couldn't predict is going to come out of my mouth? That is my favorite game of all time. I love it to death, and I am absolutely excited for it. I am not normally the type to like yelp or anything like that, but the second I saw it, I felt like a kid. I was so excited. I want it. We only got a very, very short look at it, sadly. I am anticipating that we are probably going to get a Zelda Anniversary Direct. And my bet is the first gameplay will probably be accompanied by the first look at the movie. That's what I think. I can see them doing something similar to what they did with the Mario Anniversary Direct that they did. Except, you know, the only thing they really had as far as new Mario games was the new Yoshi game. And was it Mario Tennis, I think? And the Super Mario Galaxy remasters. With this, I can easily see them pairing Ocarina of Time Remake and a movie trailer together. I am a lot more skeptical and worried about the film, especially given the fact that it is live action. But I am willing to put up with that for the Ocarina of Time remake. I am getting what I want, so I'm fine with it. It is what it is. We only got to see a very small snippet, which was Link lying in his bed from the very, very beginning of the game. But even just that small snippet is very reassuring to me, because I was wondering what they were going to do for the art style. I did not want them to use the Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom art style, not because I don't like it. I do think they're both gorgeous games, but I wanted something that felt like it would capture... You know how, like, they say sometimes when a game is remade, it ends up looking how you thought it looked back when you played it? Like, when the way those games originally looked was the pinnacle of graphical fidelity, right? That's exactly how I felt looking at the footage of the game, short as it was. Can't wait to put Jack Black for no reason in the movie. It's Ocarina of Time and he's starting Ocarina all over the place. As funny as that would be, and I don't mind Jack Black, I would hope that they don't do that. I don't know, I'd be surprised if anybody notable is actually in the movie. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of relative unknowns or like younger actors across the board. I can imagine them going with a seasoned actor for Ganondorf though. I've seen a lot of people throwing out the idea of Idris Elba playing Ganondorf, and I don't hate that idea. I could see him pulling it off, but I don't know. They could really get anybody. I was surprised by the detailed direction they took because I thought they would go the Breath of the Wild style too. Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. I was honestly surprised at just how detailed it looked. Which I'm glad, because like, those games, like I saw some people complaining saying that those games were not supposed to look realistic, which is obviously not true at all. In fact, I remember when people were pitching a fit over the reveal of the Wind Waker because they wanted Zelda to look realistic like it did on the N64. So, it's very much revisionist history to claim that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were not meant to look realistic. Same with Star Fox 64, which is why the people that are complaining about the remake of Star Fox looking realistic are also confusing to me. Both of their looks are very much in line with what the original games intended, I think. They can't possibly fumble it in this day and age. They've got to know how important Zelda is. Well, yeah, as Naka said, well, I don't know. I mean, they got Mario, right? Yeah, I know some people disagree, but I don't think the Mario movies are bad at all. I'm fine with them. I think people probably had super high expectations, but I think they did exactly what they needed to with them. Hey, welcome in, Chu! How are you doing? I hope you are well this evening. Always nice to get a visit from the pro gamer himself. And pro 3D artist. Alright, fine. Honestly, Emerald, I do hope that I'm wrong about it. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be bad. Not at all. I'm just not expecting them to particularly impress me with what I see. I have to be very careful when I'm changing the music now. But I'd like to be wrong about that. We'll see. I do think it might surprise people, like, visually, though. I'm okay. I've been MIA the past few days. Also, I'm not. I'm poo-poo. Please. I will not abide that last statement. But, yeah, I've noticed that you haven't been online. But I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah, always good to see you. Actually, funnily enough, you reminded me with your presence, Chu, that they added Omni and Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus to Fortnite, which I was not expecting them to do. That was rather surprising. And I can't lie, I was a little bit tempted by Pomni, but I don't have the spare cash to spend on Fortnite characters, so I will continue my streak of never actually having spent an actual dime on that game, and everything that I got coming from back when you could actually earn a healthy amount of V-Bucks just by playing the game very well. Which you can no longer do because they raised the prices of everything and made it a lot harder. Which is unfortunate. But not unexpected. But yes, I am super excited for the Ocarina of Time remake, and the fact that it's coming out this year is, oh, it's so exciting. I don't know when it'll drop. I've seen some people suspecting October 1st. For a few reasons. And if that happens, that's a lot sooner than I would have thought. But right now, I would say probably December. Just in time for the holidays and enough time to avoid GTA 6. That is the thing that every developer and their grandmother is afraid of. Nobody wants to be in the impact zone of Grand Theft Auto 6. GTA 6 is supposed to come out, I think, November 12th or something like that. No, I think it's actually November 18th. It is. Oh hey, I found a witch, may we burn him? Welcome in, Dandy, I hope you're doing well. Never, it's vaporware. That would be interesting if that game just never came out, but I have a good feeling about it. I do think it'll actually make it this year. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but I think it will. It's a myth. You know what is a myth? Bully 2. I think that game is a myth. And Agent. That game, no, hold on. Let me back up a little bit. Bully 2 is a myth. Agent is a psyop. Those games are never coming out. GTA 6, I do think it'll come out this year. Hope it flops. We got Ocarina of Time and Code Veronica again before Elder Scrolls 6. Yes. Yeah, which is hilarious. Agent, oh my god, I have not heard that in a long time. Yeah. I remember when that game got revealed, and it was supposed to be like a killer app for PlayStation 3. Or as some might know it, the PS Triple. If you get that reference. But, yeah. That game is also never coming out, Agent. To be fair, all old Rockstar titles are all myths, yeah. Would be crazy if we ever got to see a new Manhunt game. I remember when there was a lot of panic, moral panic over those games, and it's kind of funny because, like, when you look back at them, even if you take into account that those games were, like, you know, the graphical fidelity of the time was impressive by technology of that era's standards, right? Even then, I don't really think the Manhunt games were as violent as people made them out to be, especially given the fact that Mortal Kombat was right there. You know what I mean? But it caused fervor nonetheless. But yeah, I would actually, I think from Rockstar, the game I would most like to see from them is another bully game. Followed by Manhunt. It's still going to be the best game on PS3. Listen, Dandy, there's an alternate universe where that game came out. And I wonder what it's like. By the way, Adrian, I've been playing First Light these days. Oh, you got it! How is it? How do you feel about it, Sally? I'm still patiently waiting for a Switch 2 release date. I don't know, there's a lot of games I look back on, we've definitely seen worse gore today. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's funny just to think about, it's funny to think about how people were, like, up in arms about that stuff back then, and now most people wouldn't bat an eye at it for, stuff that just releases no problem. Like, thinking back to that, Manhunt 2 originally got an adults-only rating and had to be censored somewhat, and that's just crazy to me because, there are certain games that now you look at them and it's like, I mean, playing Resident Evil Requiem and, some of the deaths in that game are just very violent. Like, beyond, like, some, obviously they go for different tones because Mortal Kombat's, like, over the top, but, like, some of the deaths in Resident Evil Requiem are, like, Mortal Kombat level violent. And, now we don't bat an eye at that kind of thing, compared to, you know, back then, where something like that would have gotten a adults only rating easily. Even stuff like getting chewed on in Resident Evil I thought was terrifying back in the day. Now it's like, yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's crazy how our perception of things change as technology evolves. I mean, it's understandable, but it is very interesting to think about. Hey, people are still releasing games for the SNES. Agent can still release on PS3. That is true. That is true, and it would be very funny if Rockstar ever did that. It would be very like the Rockstar of old to do that. Though, you know, funnily enough, like, for as much as we're talking about certain things, I think the actual Rockstar franchise, although maybe it's not fair to call it a franchise, the Rockstar game that will likely never actually come back is their table tennis game. That will probably never come back. Ever. That and Midnight Club are probably the Rockstar franchises that have, like, zero chance of coming back. I was gonna say table tennis? Yeah, great minds. Which is crazy since it looks more realistic now. Yeah. It feels more like an Uncharted than a Hitman game. That's what I saw some people saying. And to be fair, I think that's fine. Because when I played the Uncharted games, I actually always kind of viewed them as like Bond adjacent. Which is probably kind of crazy to say. But some aspects of them actually reminded me of 007. Obviously closely intermingled with Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider. But definitely gave me some Bond vibes at times. With the way that certain things were handled. Okay, I have to be like super careful changing the music now. Seems like my method, my workaround is working right now though. Hold on, let me reset my model. I'm like moving excessively for some reason, even though I'm sitting quite still. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. Looks at Dead Space. Oh yeah, Dead Space is... Actually, you know what's kind of funny? There's a death animation in Dead Space that I really hope Capcom steals from for the Code Veronica remake. Because there's a particular enemy that is kind of similar to one in Dead Space. And I really want to see something similar. So, I know it's probably going to sound... it probably sounds crazy to say it aloud, but obviously as a big horror fan, gore does not bother me, and I am, you know, quite a fan of it in horror. But the original Code Veronica, for whatever reason, was, like, very much pared down compared to the original trilogy. So, like, on the PS1, the original Resident Evil games are, very violent. They may not seem like it, but they even actually, in the original RE2, you could actually die as Sherry. Which you cannot do in the remake. Like, they have a different kind of fail state for that segment. For obvious reasons, but in the original they didn't care. You could die as Sherry. They were very violent games when you look at the standards of the time. But Code Veronica, for whatever reason, didn't have, they didn't let you headshot zombies. All of the deaths were very, like, toned down. It's very bizarre, and I actually, truthfully, don't even know the reason for it. I don't know if it was because of the engine that was used for it, or what, but, it's very disappointing. So, now that obviously things are very different, I'm hoping that they remedy that. And at the very least, the violence can match Requiem's level of gore. Because I really, really liked that about Requiem. Because the thing about gore and horror, both in movies and in games, is that it shows a very jarring consequence for what failure looks like. Failure to survive. And you kind of get a sense for how strong these characters are, at least the ones that live through the events of whatever, you know, thing we're talking about here. When you actually get to see what failure would look like. What most people, like most of us in this situation, would end up dead. Right? So having like the very gory and grotesque death scenes kind of feels like a testament to how strong these characters are for actually living through it. At least that's how I've always looked at it. I find it cool in like a shonen anime way. Like, you know, you see like Goku all beaten up and stuff after a major fight, or you know, I don't know, Ichigo in Bleach or something like that. And it just kind of gets them over as really cool and strong characters for having survived and thrived through a very dangerous fight with a very capable opponent. And that's kind of how I look at it in horror, you know what I mean? You get to be the one who made it exactly, yeah. Nah, I'd... As long as they don't do the head ripping yours off and taking control of your body, I'm okay. That is a crazy death. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're referring to in Dead Space, Sally. No, the one that I really want them to copy from is, you know, in Dead Space, Jesus, sorry about the music, I have to manually rewind it. I want the one death scene in the first Dead Space, with the really tall necromorph, when it like keeps hacking Isaac's limbs off, but I want that with Nosferatu. I feel like that would be very, very fitting for the way that Nosferatu is designed to have a death scene like that. Me, I just like bad endings in video games. Me too. Me too, Emerald. I love those. Oh, they're fun. They really are. Especially when you get, like, ones that are really well designed. Corpse Party has a lot of great bad endings. What I hate is when bad endings are very undercooked and they don't really, like, tell you much of anything about the consequences. Because, like, it's a video game, right? I want to be able to see the different outcomes of things. That's the fun of it. I want Claire splashing out if he throws her out of the heliport. Oh god, yeah. That's actually a very good, point. I forgot that she could be knocked off the heliport. Yeah. I was actually sitting back thinking of a lot of different, potential, like, death scenes for some of the specific enemies in that game. I can only imagine what they're gonna do with the Bandersnatch. I hope they have a fun one for that. Because one thing I really liked about Requiem was, there were so many different kinds of deaths. For even just basic zombies. And I appreciated that. I think the one that still gets me in Requiem is the one with the syringe. Because you have to, like, actually pay attention to what's happening to you. Because for those of you that haven't played it, it's not what you probably imagine it is. It's not like just getting stabbed or something. And I won't spoil what happens, but you get a pretty gnarly death scene if a zombie holding a syringe kills you in that game. You want a game with a lot of death scenes? Try Road to Empress. Hold on, let me Google this real quick. I think I know which game you're talking about, Dandy. So I think I've seen, yes, okay. Yeah, I've seen some VTubers playing that. In fact, I think I saw Mist playing it once, right? It's gonna hurt you in ways. Yeah. But I don't know, one of my earliest, gaming memories was playing Shadowgate, so... That tells you all you need to know about me and why I enjoy, death scenes in games so much. Some of the grotesque explanations in that game for what can happen to you in Shadowgate was, like, shocking for something that was supposedly rated E. Because I still remember playing that game as a kid and then watching, like, reading detailed explanations about how I fell down a hole in the dark and broke my legs. In vivid detail. And just being like, this is rated E. Or being burned alive and things like that. There was quite different standards back then. Another one I know tons of deaths is Waxworks. I'm not sure. I feel like I've heard that before. But you know, actually, this is a good segue into something that I am worried about with the Ocarina of Time remake. I hope, personally, that they don't modify the darker elements of the game. Sadly, I'm expecting them to. Because I don't think that Nintendo is going to want this game to be rated higher than E10+, which is understandable. But Ocarina of Time, for those of you that may not have played it, is actually a very dark game. Way darker than you would expect. And there's quite a few things in there that I'm not really sure they could get away with and still have an E10+ rating. In the modern day. I want the Shadow Temple to still be the slaughterhouse for traders. Yeah, me too. And like the bottom of the well with the with Dead Hand, who's covered in blood, and the torture chamber and stuff. I'm actually really wondering how they're gonna handle the Skulltula house with the half people, half spider abominations and stuff. Because with that graphical fidelity that they showed, I can actually imagine that really scaring the shit out of people. out of children, at least. But, you know, the thing is, like, my view of it is we're living in the era where, like, I don't know, I'm not the best judge of this because, like, I was obviously, like, I was scared of things when I was a kid, right? But I was also the kid that was playing Mortal Kombat and, you know, horror games and stuff like that. But I know that, you know, a lot of people weren't like that, or weren't allowed to play that kind of stuff. However, in this day and age, children, and I do mean children, are into Five Nights at Freddy's and Skibbity Toilet and Poppy Playtime and all these other things. And while I know that those things are not on the same level horror-wise as, you know, I don't know, Evil Dead or something, these are things that children, you would think, really shouldn't be into. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's alone, lore-wise, gets into, like, you know, child murderers and such. And not, like, in a broad, like, kind of Goosebumps manner where you talk about these things, but do it in a way that is very, like, approachable, but in a very explicit detail, right? I mean, for God's sake, like, you see kids with the actual merch and buying the books and stuff like that. So, I don't feel Ocarina of Time should need to censor itself. But people have a weird double standard with Nintendo where, when Nintendo tries to do anything kind of, like, darker, you get all of the clout chasers hopping on YouTube and social media to to start complaining about how their children shouldn't be exposed to these things, and it's really fucking annoying. It's like, back in the 3DS days, like, I know a lot of people, like, love to rag on Nintendo for having, like, supposedly backwards methods of, like, online stuff, but I understand why they do it. Because just because they do make family-friendly entertainment, obviously they're not exclusively a family-friendly company. But people love to use that whole, they love to use that against them. And so back in the 3DS days, there used to be this thing called Swap Note, where you could, it was kind of like the successor to PictoChat, I believe. And you could draw pictures and write messages to your friends and people. And of course, as could be predicted, some creep was trying to use it to contact children for not so good purposes, right? And got caught. And after that happened, they pretty much gutted it entirely, and all you saw on social media was people like, you know, I'm supposed to be able to trust Nintendo with my kids, and da-da-da-da, fuck Nintendo, blah 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 blah. Never mind the fact that, I, at the time, was, you know, playing games on Xbox Live, being called everything but a child of God, and getting messages from creeps and all kinds of other things, and there was multiple news stories about people who got mad that they got destroyed in a game of Halo or Call of Duty, etc., and then decided to fly across the country to kill that person, because they were so mad, right? But nobody ever went after Microsoft or Sony for these things. Or Blizzard when it would happen in World of Warcraft. So, they pick their targets, and then they pick on them, and then you are under a more scrutinized eye. Nintendo is definitely one of them. Back in the day, Rockstar was another. So, I can understand if they want to play it safe with Ocarina of Time, especially with the higher graphical fidelity, and cut back on some of those things, but I really hope not. Because Ocarina of Time is, to me, it's like a dark fantasy movie. Or like or rather, not necessarily that, but more like a, kind of like a Grimm's Brothers children's fairy tale, right? It is a coming-of-age adventure tale, but at least the original had plenty of dark things that you would normally see in the real versions of fairy tales and not like the Disney versions of them. You know what I mean? Let me catch up on chat a little bit. They're gonna remove the skulls everywhere texture for sure. I hope not, Dandy. I mean, they did retain it in the 3DS version. So I do hope that that means they'll keep it, but again, kind of an apples to oranges comparison with 4K resolution graphics, right? So I can see your point. You know, I played the game a few years ago, and I feel like that all went over my head. Yeah, it can be kind of easy to miss when you're not, like, actively, like, looking at it, but Ocarina of Time has some really messed up stuff in it. Like, after the scene where, Zelda flees, the castle town, running from Ganondorf after he kills, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't be spoiling things, but it's a very old game. But the point is, in that scene, there's a very missable scene where if you duck into one of the alleyways instead of chasing after Zelda, you can actually find a soldier just dying in the alley, and he talks to Link, basically telling him to go after Zelda and all this other stuff, and then he just dies. And again, you can miss that scene. It's completely optional. But very dark. Hey, Jeff said it. Not every game is meant for everyone. Yeah, I agree with that. But unfortunately, people love to make mountains out of molehills, and it's not even people who genuinely care. It's just people looking for clicks. And it's just people looking for clicks. And you see it all the time. The same people that will complain about violence or, you know, sexual content or whatever are the same people who are talking about movies or games that also have these things. It's just that it's fine for them when it's in one game and not in another. And again, usually it comes down to what kind of attention they can get from making specific videos about, like, easy targets. That's why, again, like, back in the 90s, Mortal Kombat was an easy target. And then, unfortunately, once certain things started to happen in the United States, certain gun-related crimes, we'll say, it kind of became out of style to focus on Mortal Kombat. And then Doom, GTA, etc. became like the hot targets for attack. So again, Rockstar found themselves under greater scrutiny for games like Grand Theft Auto and Manhunt. And at that point, Mortal Kombat was kind of like flying a little bit under the radar. Which, you know, you never would have believed 10 years earlier, back in like the mid-2000s. So, yeah, they just kind of pick and choose their targets based on whoever will get them the most attention. And it's actually been that way even since the 2000s, so. Arguably earlier than that, too. Sadly, something that is consistent, but made worse now by the fact that we're not just talking about, you know, whatever news program or whatever decides to do these things. It's now anybody with a camera and a microphone who thinks that they're important. Hey, welcome in, Purple. Hope you're doing well this evening. The children should not be exposed to this kind of content. Also the same guy who tells us shows a casino ad. Naka, exactly. You hit the nail on the head. Like, it's honestly frustrating to talk about. It really is, because, like, if you're here, then you know, I don't make any bones about the fact that, you know, I'm a very progressive person. I believe in, you know, things being safe for everybody, etc., etc. So when you complain about this stuff, it's annoying because, you know, you start to sound like certain kinds of people. And it's not even that. It's just the fact that, like, you would think that in 2026, people would be allowed to consume the kind of entertainment that they want to without it being censored in a way that is not necessary. Like, there's a reason why we have movie ratings and video game ratings. It is really up to parents if they choose not to enforce that for their children. And that's really what it comes down to, you know? Like, that requires better parenting, not for things to be removed from art and entertainment just because, you know, a kid might see it. And the thing that kills me about that is, like, this society, speaking, you know, as somebody in the US, this society doesn't care about kids. I could talk about very obvious things going on that prove that were completely ignored. I can talk about the piece of shit that people will call leader. I could say a lot of things, but yeah, people don't actually care about kids. In fact, most people actually despise children and don't really look out for them. So all the stuff that they talk about as far as like media and entertainment, there's usually another ulterior motive behind it that has nothing to do with protecting children. So, normally a front. I don't mind them as much going safe with Ocarina of Time, but no chance I want them to be safe with Majora's Mask. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Majora's Mask needs to be a full-blown, like, a full-blown Tim Burton style, approach. That game is just, its DNA is twisted, and I love it for that. If you take that stuff out of Majora's Mask, it is no longer Majora's Mask. That's kind of how I've always looked at it, like, if Ocarina of Time is like a dark fairy tale, Majora's Mask is like a Tim Burton film. Now, I want to be seeing people discussing being traumatized by the remake Dead Hand in 20 years. Yeah, me too. It's not the same otherwise. So, will you revisit Ocarina of Time soon? I was actually thinking about it, Emerald. Sorry I'm a little bit behind on chat, I'm trying to catch up now. But yes, I was actually thinking of doing a playthrough on the channel in time for the remake, and now that I know that it's coming this year, I may do it sooner than later, but we'll just have to see how that all shakes out. And hopefully, hopefully that would be something that you all would enjoy. We had a kid here so obsessed with Final Fantasy VIII that he got a katana, killed his parents. I remember stores banning the game like it had anything to do with that and not the fact that the guy had problems. Yeah, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. Because it's always easier to blame media than to blame, you know, the circumstances that actually lead to these things happening. Which is, you know, I always find that funny because for as long as humans have existed on planet Earth, there has been heinous actions. And those actions have occurred before the advent of television, video games, radio, music, you name it. And yet, these things are still erroneously blamed. And I just find that very funny, but unfortunately, anti-intellectualism is rampant, and common sense isn't common, so what can you do? Bulgay is so proud, should be proud, I'm starting to make guns. Oh, like models? Blaming video games is just to deflect from the complete lack of gun reform. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And it doesn't even stop there. Just anything, really, that doesn't, any kind of issue in society that is widespread, that has not been addressed, that leads to unrest and violence, will get pawned off on media instead of, you know, the actual problem, because they don't want to solve these things. Either because there is a entity that has a vested financial interest that lines the pockets of people to keep things as they are, or because they just really don't care about the general populace, and it's, you know, too much work. It's the typical argument of no sex in movies, but then 20 people die, and there's a ton of blood, but somehow that's okay. Yeah. Just the amount of school shootings per year. And then no one does anything, not even the police entering to detain the shooter tells you everything you need to know about how they see children. Yeah. Got me feeling all depressed from this. Yeah, I'm sorry, Emerald. Yeah. We won't dwell too much on this. I normally don't talk about this kind of stuff, but, you know, the gist of what I wanted to get across is that, I do believe that, I can totally understand and agree that there are some things, some materials that may be fictional that are harmful. Fiction does have power, And there are certain things that should not be created and should not be shared because they actually do have harmful intentions behind them, right? I could go into very specific examples with facts to back it up, but I don't want to mention the names of certain things just because I don't want to give them oxygen. But that is to say, there are always exceptions to every rule. But with that being said, largely and by far, you know, I would much rather people have the option to choose what to consume. Because at the end of the day, you know, we do have these ratings for a reason. To prevent people from gaining access to things that they should not be accessing. And I do wish that... I wish that people would be better parents. And actually take care of their kids and pay attention to the things that they, you know, consume and do. But, we don't do that here. Sadly. And I hope that that doesn't end up neutering Ocarina of Time remake, but I won't be mad at Nintendo if they do. Like, I'm sure that there's gonna be a lot of angry videos and stuff with people foaming at the mouth about it, but that is my favorite game of all time, and I don't want those core components to be changed. But even I won't be angry if they are, just because I do understand the mindset. And, you know, well aware that, again, there are some companies or artists, etc., that are always going to be under a magnifying glass, and will feel the need to kind of be careful specifically because of that. Like I said, it's not even just a Nintendo thing. Back in the day, Rockstar very much came under unfair scrutiny a lot of times, and even they had to kind of cut it back a little bit. That is actually a minor reason why they made that that table tennis game, besides it being a tech test for the Rage engine. But when they started having to defend themselves after releasing Bully, a game that was not at all what people were accusing it to be, like, you had people legitimately saying that Bully was a school shooting simulator. Just look at one trailer, not even a trailer, just look at one screenshot from that game and tell me that's what it is. But, you know, again, hysteria and whatnot. So, yeah. I can understand that there are times where some artists or studios or whatever are just kind of like, you know what, this isn't worth it. We don't need that kind of attention, so let's just back off. And I won't be mad if the team remaking this game decides to not do that in certain places. Zach's time to die. Yeah, it's actually funny if you've ever heard of that game Night Trap. That game also got smeared back when it came out as being this heinous sex simulator, and it was very, very much not. So stupid. Sadly, I don't think they'll be open to traumatizing people with the Water Temple anymore. Yeah, I think the Water Temple is going to be one of the first things to get changed. However, I would be fine with that if they decided to, at the very least, I want to see the Dark Link battle be a lot more creepy. I'd take that as compensation. You can't listen to Fox News. They called Mass Effect some kind of non-consensual sex simulator. Yeah. Yeah, that's on brand for faux news. And yes, I do remember, I remember when that happened. That was hilarious. especially because I played the game when it came out, and yeah, it was most definitely not that. Just stupid. People love talking about things that they have no knowledge of. There's a saying, a common saying, that sometimes it's better to just sit quietly and observe than it is to add your opinion to the pile. And I wish more people would abide those words, because they are wise words. Sometimes it's for the best to just shut up. Yeah, the scene, a Night Trap shower scene, it was super dumb, yeah. Night Trap, infamous for sex and violence, yeah. And the funny part is, like, if you see even 2 seconds of that game, it's just silly. And yet that game is actually the reason why we have the ESRB. Just because of the hysteria surrounding it. And now you go back and you look at it and it's like the most ridiculous, inoffensive thing that you've ever seen in your life. By the way, we still have to do the RE fan movie on hold. Don't forget. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I still want to see that. I've been so inundated with stuff, but yes, I still have that on the back burner. I want to see it. But yes, we've been talking for an hour and 14 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get to the pre-game tarot card reading so we can start the game. We're going to be playing Mouse PI today. I'm hoping that I can get it done here, not because I'm, like, wanting to be done with the game, but, you know, I know this has been a long series, and I do appreciate those of you who have stuck with me through it. But I know it can get kind of, you know, redundant, and I'm always wanting to prevent being seen as, like, a, you know, one-note streamer for particular games and such, so hopefully we actually are able to get through to the end of it. I don't mind the existence of a rating system, but definitely a weird thing to have been scrutinized. Yeah. Yeah, really, really strange. Yeah, the rating system is a plus. It's funny because when people like mock Nintendo for censoring Mortal Kombat back in the day with sweat instead of blood, the reason why they did that was because there was no standards at the time, and they didn't want to attract any more attention, especially from religious groups. But once the ESRB was established, they stopped doing that. Felt like it went by fast personally. Yeah, I felt like I got through a lot of the game fairly quickly, but we're on part 8 of this already. I guess honestly, we probably would have been done sooner if I didn't do what I'm doing right now and talk way too much. So, did you post the blue sky thing? Not yet. I try to do that once I actually start the game so that if by some minor chance, somebody on Blue Sky actually is interested and clicks my stream, their first encounter with me claiming to play a game is not me sitting here flapping my gums, so. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the tarot reading. Hey, good evening, Effecto. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. This is a good part too, thank you. Yes, always good to see you, Effecto. I hope you're doing well. I miss the yapping. Well, I'll still be yapping while I'm playing the game. I'm only here for the yapping. But thank you, Danny. That is reassuring. I know I say it all the time. I mean, by now, I'm well convinced that you all, for some reason or another, enjoy hearing the yapping. And I am grateful for that. Hope you're doing well, too. I'm alright. Better now that I'm here and, hanging out with all of you. But definitely exhausted. I am super tired, but, you know. It is what it is. True Adrian voice is so Thank you, Naka. I do hope you get some rest too. I was trying, actually. I was trying really, really hard late last night and this morning to try to sleep, but some unexpected things kind of came out of nowhere and I had to deal with it, so no sleep for me. But, you know, again, it is what it is. It's just annoying that stuff that was supposed to be set for certain times got moved up without my knowledge, and then I just kind of had to deal with it. Which sucks, but again, can't really do anything except get it done. I'm mourning the fact that I have classes tomorrow. I'm so sorry, Effecto. I hope that you get to spend all your free time resting and whatnot before you have to tend to that. We'll get you some turbo chamomile tea or something like that. That'll just knock you out so you can sleep. I think at this point, Dandy, I need, like, elephant tranquilizers. And that's probably more in the realm of what I need. People need to respect your time more. I think the sun might explode first, before that happens. Have you tried melatonin? I actually have not. But, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I definitely don't think it would work right now for me, unfortunately, mainly just because of the condition that I have and the situation I am dealing with in particular pertaining to it. But, yeah. I prescribe a blunt force trauma now. I don't think I would wake up from that one. Which, you know, hey. To sleep, I need a button to shut down thoughts. I hear that, Sally. I completely understand that. We banned it in Spain recently because it's been giving some health issues. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard some people have some issues with melatonin. But normally it's like, normally it's nightmares, from what I've heard. But I already have nightmares constantly anyway, so that really wouldn't faze me. Effecto says, by the way, hello Twitch chat, I hope you all have been good too. My brother used it for a bit, so I thought it might help. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to giving it a try. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay. Alright, I mean it this time. Let's go ahead and do the tarot reading. That way, we can get to the game. Darn it. Because, you already know, I'm exhausted, and, apparently me being tired plus this game is not a good combination. Alright, let me switch the music. My computer is being a little bit slow right now. It's a little concerning, but hopefully it holds up. Right, it's not a good combination, it's a great combination. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Time for Aria of the Soul? Yes, indeed. Okay, I was waiting for... Alright, you know what? I don't want to jinx it. It just... Thank goodness it actually, it worked. Okay. Ah, wonderful. Are we back? Okay, great. Yeah, it's funny how I said, hey, my computer's acting a little funny, and then, it goes and does its favorite thing. I'm still missing a bar for whatever reason. Yeah, it's like dropping like crazy right now. You want to stop doing that? Yeah, sure would be nice if you would play nice. For a sec, I thought I was listening to the Elfin Lead opening. Oh no, this is Persona music. Hey, welcome in, Bolgay. Good to see you again. Thank you again for the gift sub to Joey. I was glad to see you there. I'm so happy she's back. After losing all her data like that and stuff, she seems a lot happier now, so I'm very, very happy to see that. The computer is a spy, a paid spy by Nintendo. But yes, welcome in, Bolgay. Hope you're doing well. That image you shared of your food from earlier was... it made me hungry. It looked very delicious. Alright, let me rewind it. I have to manually rewind it. Nintendo's law ninjas have been dispatched to your location. Honestly, that would scare the shit out of me. That's why I don't dare play any Nintendo music on my stream. Hope you had dinner at least. I haven't had dinner, but I did have lunch, so... I am sustained for the moment. And I had a cup of coffee, so... Which I'm still exhausted, but that helped a little bit too. So... And it was quite a damn good cup of coffee, if I must say so myself. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get to the reading. I do apologize for the dysfunction of OBS. Hopefully it will play nice. The food was a beef tenderloin, some arugula, Brussels sprouts, some baked potatoes, and some Greek sauces. Aside from the Brussels sprouts and the potatoes, that actually does sound really good. No food, no sleep. That's just, that is just the norm for me, Effecto. As a future health professional, I am concerned. You wouldn't be the first health professional concerned. Think it's good now? The delay is short? Okay, good. I figured you'd hate those, yeah. Thank you for the hydrate, Dandy. Okay. Yes, I'm not sure if you actually got to hear which card I pulled because of how OBS crapped out. So I'll repeat it. But we pulled the Three of Wands in reverse. And for this card, in this professional, I'm... Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to go ahead and apologize because I am, one, tired, and two, I just read Dandy's comment, and I read that out when I meant to say position. It's gonna be one of those, it's gonna be one of those streams. But let me see what you guys are saying. Apparently Brussels sprouts aren't as bitter as they used to be if you want to try them again. Really? I actually didn't know that. But I don't think I'll be trying them again. There's easier ways to bring harm to myself than ingesting Brussels sprouts. As a current not health professional who hasn't died yet, I am also concerned. As a former health professional, I'm concerned, but I know people are pretty resilient. As a former professional that wasn't in health, I'm also concerned. Well, don't worry about it. I am okay. Though I do appreciate it. As a former patient, I'm concerned. Well, some of us are professionals and we're all concerned. I think I'd like a second opinion. Is that a Leon reference? Yes. Oh, that is very, very much noticed and appreciated. Concerned king. Well, thank you, Effecto. The VOD watchers are gonna hate this segment. Let me get to the reading. If I have VOD watchers, I actually don't know. But yes, the Three of Wands in reverse. In this position, this card implies that you are holding yourself back. There are things that you need to experience to grow as a person. But rather than embrace those experiences, for some reason, you are limiting yourself. Which you shouldn't be doing, according to this card. There's a whole world of things that are open to you to experience and broaden your horizons. But for some reason, you're opting not to experience those things. And this could be for several reasons. You could be limiting yourself out of fear. Fear that you aren't ready for certain things, or fear that you aren't capable of accomplishing certain things. This is a sign that you are dead wrong about that. And you are limiting experiences that you're meant to be having by giving in to these fears. Additionally, this could also be referring to the fact that you have actually tried to embrace these experiences, but for one reason or another, you did happen to fail in a manner of speaking. Right? Maybe not literally, but something happened to prevent you from running the whole gamut of what you're supposed to experience. And this could just be that you experienced some kind of delay on your path, or external circumstances got in the way. Which, of course, is not your fault. But the end result may be frustration and feelings of dejectedness resulting from these roadblocks, if you will. However, if you have been experiencing these things, you're not supposed to let it stop you in your tracks. That's where you're going wrong. Frustrating as it may be to hear this, and believe me, I do happen to find this sentiment incredibly frustrating. However, it is very often true. You are supposed to look at these roadblocks as an essential experience to improving your quality of life. That is to say, it makes you stronger. You're supposed to find your way around these roadblocks, not give up. And if you're taking these things, these difficulties as a sign to give up, you're wrong. You have to be stronger than your obstacles. Which again, is a very frustrating sentiment, especially if you are the type of person that finds yourself met with many obstacles all the time. But you are being asked to continue trying. Maybe you might have to step back and reevaluate your approach to getting around these roadblocks. But you do want to get around them. You're not meant to stop. Right? So if you have found yourself in a place where you see opportunity, don't be afraid. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. And if you've hit difficulties with the path that you're meant to take, all you can do, or all you're meant to do, is try to figure out a way around it. You're not meant to stop. So, for those of you that are trying to accomplish something, please do not, please don't give up. Times are tough and things do get very, very hard, but there's always more than one way to accomplish a goal. And if the current road that you're on seems like it is way too inundated with hazards, take a detour. It might be longer, it might look more treacherous, but you have it in you to survive. So as negative as this card may sound, this is actually a very, very good sign that as long as you heed the words of this card, you're going to get to where you need to go. This is not an omen to give up. This is asking you to believe in yourself and to get more creative about how you approach getting to your goal. Like a scenic route? Yeah, actually, that's a good way of putting it, in a manner of speaking. Because again, I know maybe I'm speaking for myself a little bit too much here, but it's frustrating to hear that you're supposed to just take a look at all the troubles that you're having and view it as something that's making you stronger, a experience you need to have, because who wants to willingly suffer, right? But those experiences that you have may actually come in handy for later on in your life. The things that you learn today may end up being your weapon against greater foes later on. I can actually speak from experience on that. I can definitely say that if some of the experiences that I had personally, with prior endeavors, frustrations, and failures, if I didn't have those, I don't think I would be sitting here right now even attempting this streamer thing, or even being halfway decent at it. From what I learned, I probably would have given up already. So, yeah, I think calling it the scenic route is actually a pretty good way to look at it. But let me catch up on the comments. I'm an audiologist, so that counts, or that qualifies me as a health professional, so I could be worried too. Hi, VOD watchers, you're looking really hot today. Did you change your hair? Whatever it is, it's working. Kind words from Dandy. Sounds like me failing every job application. Sally, that is not you failing. Unfortunately, that is, not that I need to explain it to you, but, I assure you it's not a failing on your part. That is for damn sure. But the fact that you keep trying and you are working to achieve this regardless is something to be proud of, and I feel very strongly that you're gonna get there. I know someone who has been struggling for 2 years to find a job, and they finally got one. So, please, you know, hang in there. I have faith in you. You got this. And any place that actually gives you a chance, it will be very, very lucky to have you. Of that, I am sure. The cards are giving away my whole flow right now. I hate to hear that, but yeah, I can relate. Roadblocks make your creativity even stronger, and how you're gonna overcome them. Yeah, it's true. It's not happy to hear. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but yeah, it does. I found my new calling. I declare war on shrimp and their stupid pointy rostrums and telsons. Life experience is always gained. Yeah, definitely. I hate shrimp with a passion now. I'll help you wage your war by eating them. Yeah, I'll be right there with you, Dandy. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and move over to the game so that we can play some more Mouse PI, and we'll keep chatting. Okay. Let me adjust myself. If we're eating it, I'd like to help. Yeah. See? You have a lot of volunteers. Alright, perfect. Now that I have the emotional support potato, I cannot give up. Yeah, you got this, Effecto. Please do. Those tiny buggers keep stabbing my fingers. Basically, shrimp actually have horns on their head and tails. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. I completely forgot about Blue Sky. Go figure. And thank you for the outfit change. Alright. Everything is all good to go. And thank you all for being patient, too. I know we were sitting there for longer than I actually intended, but to be fair, that was prolonged by some of the technical issues I was having. And we didn't actually get to finish this mission last time. So I need to get my bearings and figure out where I even was. I remember I got this gun, the brain. And I was supposed to be looking for a code by a typewriter. I'm gonna head out to avoid spoilers. Good luck, Adrian. Thank you so much, Dandy. Yes, please do. This game is definitely worth experiencing blind. But thank you for dropping by and the great conversation, as always. I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. And thank you for the hydrate. Alright. What was that code you told me? Code Victor. I actually kind of, teased her about that when it got announced on her stream. Ooh, and after my rant on shrimp, work calls. Good luck, Volgay. Please try not to injure your fingers. Okay, so I'm going in a circle, right? Yeah. I know, it's making me hungry, Effecto, to hear this conversation about shrimp. Okay, going up. And then up the ladder. Okay, how do I get across here? Alright, easier than I thought. Sorry, Chad, I'm just trying to get my bearings. This place was, more of a maze than I remember. Oh my god, look at these mice. Okay, we're definitely in for a fight. There's a chili pepper there. And there's a note. Diagnosis. My god, alright, here we go. Diagnosis, potty mouth. Short-term admission. MD note. Dime a dozen starlet. Itching to scrape the manure off her shoes. Half her family's already paying protection. So she'll dance to any tune we play. Mid-career shift from baby doll to blue cheese munching gossip with, let's just say, a less than stellar record in romance. MD mob doctor. Alright, here we go. That's the first time I've heard them say that.
Lift. Well, what do you know? Fake Millie knew what she was talking about.
Alright. So we kind of cleared things out. There it is. That's the code. 451. Thank you for noting that in the chat, Emerald. I appreciate that. Let me just go back and see if I can get more stuff before we press on. Alright. I think that was everything. Alright. Guess I'm going up. I really do wonder how close I am to finishing.
Did that actually happen, or am I finally losing it? No time to think. I gotta move.
Save.
Holy moly. Gun, you seeing this? Gun, are you... Oh. Huh. I'm not tripping on cheese fumes no more. What the hell happened here? Hell. Wait. Was that a double jinx? Do those stack?
Oh, so it doesn't talk to me anymore? Interesting. Alright. I'm sure you'll know when you're storming the final boss or whatever. Yeah. This looks pretty final. It does look very... odd, that's for sure. Though I have to imagine, I mean... Okay, there's a dead mouse right here, just... manning the controls. Well, that may well be the case. Let's go ahead and see. Looks pretty arena-shaped, yeah. Usually doesn't take this long to load, so it must be a pretty sizable location, or at least very dense, I would assume. Unless the game crashed or something. Really?
Alright.
Okay, good.
This is way above my pay grade. Alright.
The objective says, where the hell is Steve Bandel? Follow the road. They should add a loading bar, yeah. This is a very psychedelic location here.
This wasn't there before, right?
I don't even know what to say right now. Hold on. Is there anything else to see here before I go through that door? Well, that's the way I'm supposed to go. I just want to... Okay, it loops. Understood.
I didn't get better back in the house, did I?
I suppose not. Reminds me of the drawing of stairs. Who did it? MC Hammer? I think I know which one you're talking about, but no, I don't think that that one was painted by MC Hammer. Maybe someone more well-versed in art than I can tell you who painted that. Okay, can't go up there. Oh god. Is that an invisible wall? Ah, I see, okay. I'm so paranoid about missing baseball cards because I've done it so much already. Blueprints at least. And cheese. Nope, MC Escher. In my defense, I was close. Yeah, I was gonna say Escher, but I couldn't remember for a fact if that was the artist who painted that. We have a comic here. It was just another bum you'd see on every corner, asking for change, but we got to talking. Turned out he came from Shrew Thicket. Used to be a lawyer, once rich, respected. Then the mice came. He got out, but in Mouseburg, we're a nuisance at best. I felt for the guy, you know? I really did. I really like those little comics.
Huh. Somebody actually lived in this place. Steve! Hey! Maybe it wasn't Steve after all.
BRB, I'm going to grab some tea, no worries. Take your time, Infecto. How do I completely forgot. Damn, it's been a little while. Forgot the controls for, using the grappling hook. Well, it doesn't matter because I cheesed it anyway. No pun intended. Activate the train track. I do notice that the game is running a lot better since the update that they did. Which is nice. Always grateful when a developer actually continues to return and fix things up, because it's very easy for them to just forget about it, so. Alright, here we go.
Powers against even in strange dimensions. You can't do jack without juice.
Okay, how do I
So, what now?
Exactly.
Oh, well, of course, this is how it works.
The Tommy gun really has become the, probably the most effective weapon at this point in the game. And I'll be kind of shocked if that changes anytime soon. Alright. Oh, they're literally just spawning out of nowhere.
Hop on, Jack. Oh, great, I'm talking to myself.
I guess I would make both of us, Jack. Alright. I thought you were talking in chat. Oh no, I mean just like the visual of like me actually, you know, on the other side of the screen. Just talking to myself.
What the hell? I'm in hell. Well, at least the view's nice.
That also makes two of us, Jack. Ooh, okay. Let's see if we can get this. Hell, but we're already here. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what did Naka say? We're not real, we're just his imagination in his head. That would be quite the unpleasant plot twist. There we go. Alright. Almost didn't make it. Didn't even realize that there was a anvil there.
Oh, even these little hellspawn are knocking back cheese. Real classy, fellas.
I'm back with chocolate chip black tea. Effecto, that sounds incredible. I would honestly really like to try that. You know what? I don't know how I didn't realize this, but something tells me this, this segment of the game is probably gonna start... feeling a little bit more like Doom because of the setting. Because those floating things remind me of the little, forget what they're called.
Sweet, sweet angel of death.
Alright, hold on. Before we do that, let me look around. You have a few missions before the final one, by the way. Thank you. Okay, so... maybe not as close as I thought? Well, I guess we'll see how many a few actually is. Alright, here we go. Yeah, see these things? They look like the floating enemies in Doom. Has to be intentional. Continue through hell. Alright, it didn't miss the anvil that time. You are in hell, yeah. Alright.
Oh my. This one sure takes the cake.
What am I looking at?
If they ever chop off my hand.
Oh yes. Chad, I think this is gonna be fun. It's Doom time, yeah. Still can't get up there.
It's hammer time.
How funny is it that, you just mentioned MC Hammer Effecto, and then there's an MC Hammer reference immediately after. Okay. How much tea is too much? Asking for a friend. I can personally drink a lot of tea, Effecto. So, you won't catch me suggesting that you do otherwise. Never enough tea? Yeah, agreed. And thank you for the hydrates. Actually could use it right now. I'm currently back and forth on my exhaustion at the moment. Was he just whistling the Steamboat Willie thing? I'm gonna go make tea now? Yes, please do. I shall live vicariously through you. Thanks, Effecto, yeah. Kind of wild to me that that swing did not take him out, but... Alright, which way am I going? Okay. So we're going down.
Steve! That you, buddy?
Oh, that was super close.
Better watch it. Getting hammered in house sounds like a headache.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright. Wait for them to pass. Hammer time? Yeah, I know. Again, it's funny to me that Effecto summoned the MC Hammer reference. Jack of Spades.
Steve! Damn it, ran off again.
What the?
Hey, it's my... Oh. Oh, no. No. That definitely was not my car.
I'm not apologizing for that. And now you have the song stuck in my head. Okay, I actually need help. Those guys that throw the exploding bottles are really annoying. Pass through time.
Gears of... What?
That was nearly a Gears of War reference, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we are definitely getting into a lot more platforming and such. And I went a little bit too far and didn't save when I had the chance there. Okay, that doesn't break.
Looks familiar. Is this the future? Or just the future that'll never be?
Alright, I needed that. Oh, welcome in, Augustine. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Hold on. Just a second. Okay, I think that was all of them. Welcome in, Augustine. Hold on. Let me give you shout-outs. There we go. Perfect. Yes, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much. For those of you that may not know me, I am Adrian Halliwell. I am a Cursed Witch VTuber. I do apologize if I sound a little bit drained. I'm quite tired. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Are you winning? I'm doing a pretty decent job, I think, actually. How about you? How was your stream going? Augustine was playing, my god, my brain is fried. What was it that you were playing before? Inscription, right? I do believe he was playing Inscription. How did you end up doing with that? And welcome back in, Elantria, as well. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for the shout-out. I'm glad one of us knows how to use the command. Yeah, it can honestly be a little bit confusing at first. Yes, always happy to see you, Augustine. What did that do? Ah, I see. Okay. Okay, that goes that way, but, seems we have a secret door here. Yes, indeed. I just couldn't spell your name right now. It's okay, it's okay. I know it's a very long, it's a very long name. Probably not the best regarding, ease with which people can type my name for stuff, but, oh well. Maybe Augustine is Adrian all along. We both do have long hair. They're in the same... Can confirm. But yeah, how did Inscription go? It looked like you were doing, pretty good from what I saw at the time, but I've also never played the game before, so... I'm not quite sure. No worries, Sally. Take your time. Oh boy, I was not doing good at all, really? That's surprising. It looked like you were doing well when I peeked in. How are you enjoying it? Is that your first playthrough, actually? I think it went well. He got really far each time, really. Oh yeah, because that has, like, I think roguelike elements, right? I made it to the final boss a couple times, but couldn't beat him. When you lose, you're sent back to the beginning. Okay, yeah, so like roguelike elements. If that's your real name, I'm sorry for being rude. Hold on, wait. What do you mean? I didn't see what you wrote. Oh. Don't know if it was asked before, but how did you come up with your name? So... Actually, there's actually a few things that inspired my my name. But the first person to actually figure it out was actually a fellow witch VTuber named It's Neo Sunday. And I do recommend giving them a follow because they are pretty great. I actually happen to be a pretty big fan of a show that used to air called Charmed. It actually dealt with witches. And they actually do have the last name Halliwell. I'm also a pretty big fan of when things
For a
just...
crazy house, this place is oddly organized and somehow full of gears.
Sorry, didn't want to cut off the dialogue there. But I'm also a pretty big fan of matching syllables. So when you actually say Adrian Halliwell, I find that it rolls off the tongue very nicely, though it is, of course, a bit lengthy. But I happen to like it quite a bit. There's some other reasons for it, but I think that's probably the most interesting reason I can share. Everything else is more personal and probably wouldn't really mean a whole lot, even if I said it, so... How is he hitting me from up there? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Sorry, let me go ahead and check out the chat. Nice way to say you're killed and replaced. This is not my first playthrough, but I haven't ever beat the game. Ah, I see. It can be pretty hard in that game if you don't build up the right cards on the way there. I was doing pretty well. I just had very poor focus. First name Adrian, last name Hello. I knew I should have grabbed more coffee. It does roll off the tongue well, and it's easy to know the pronunciation just from reading it. I am glad to hear that. Yeah, there's another reason why I chose this name. There's actually a few, but like I said, I think that's probably the most interesting one that I can share that's easiest to understand. There's another more overt reason why I chose the name, but kind of deals with something that maybe I shouldn't talk about just because it's something I do actually happen to see quite frequently in the VTuber community that kind of bothers me a little bit. But I think it's probably better if I keep that one to myself. And the rest of it is just, again, kind of personal stuff that really wouldn't mean much anyway. Halliwell specifically? No, really just the whole name put together. Damn, so mysterious. It's actually unfair. They forgot to give us classes, so we have to do field work these 2 Saturdays. I don't mind much, but it's a day less of rest. Ah, that's rough. My puzzle-solving brain will not let this go when I try to sleep at night. I can definitely explain it to you. It's just something that I feel is probably better not set on stream. Not because I think it's bad or anything. I can just see someone making... I can see someone making a mountain out of a molehill. There are just some things that are probably...
Now this is real hell.
better left on set. At least on the air. Now that is laugh, I know, right?
Steve, it's me, Jack.
The goal is to be unified. Heart equals heart. Spade equals spade. Diamond equals diamond. Club equals club. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I thought maybe I could shoot them to overturn them.
Give me alive, crook! Damn, he's really lost his marbles.
Survive his hell of a show. Alright, they're all Joker cards. Or not. Okay, I see 2 spades there. Club, club. Hearts. I am completely unsure of what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Oh god. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, I see now. I was too busy looking down because I knew that the floor was gonna fall out, but now I see that he raises a card, and you're supposed to, hop onto that one, I guess. That particular suit. I was gonna say, you're supposed to be not dying, but, welcome in, HP Kelly. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm, my tired brain is a little bit slow to catch on to things today. But yes, I hope you're doing well this evening. Who knew that you're supposed to look at the enemy? You know, Effecto, actually, yeah. Thank you for the hydrate. I will take a sip before I try this again. This game is so good.
You ain't making me alive, crook! Damn, he's really lost his marbles.
Alright, let's see what he does. You're just admiring the pretty cards? Yeah. Alright, show me the card. Hearts, okay. Then everything else disappears, right? Yes. So I can't actually shoot at him right now. Okay, that's just annoying. It can't be that simple, yeah. Alright, alright. I see you getting fancy with it. I do have an ad break starting soon, for those of you not subbed. Sorry, I normally do try to warn about that, but it is kind of hard to do that when I'm in the midst of combat. Alright.
You ain't taking me alive, crook!
Damn. He's really lost his marbles.
Alright, let's see the suit. What do we got? Alright, we're okay for now. Now I gotta move off of it. Diamond. Heart. Alright, I'm already in the right place. I guess it is kind of a unintentional pun, huh? Alright, show it to me. Spade. Alright. Club. How long are you gonna do this? Diamond.
I'm calm. I am calm now.
Great Gouda, that was annoying.
Yeah, it really was. Should honestly kick him in the face just for doing that. Alright, let's make sure there's nothing else hidden around here before we go talk to this maniac. Hey, welcome in, Sushi. Thank you for the head pats. By the way, the aroma of the tea was worth making it, even in this heat. I can imagine. Yes, thank you for the head pats, Sushi. Welcome in. What do we got here?
Hey, Jack.
Thank you for the posture check. Ah. Kick him in the teeth. Yeah. Yeah, how are you doing, Sushi? Actually, I was worried about you. I saw the update that you... I think you canceled your stream because something happened. Are you okay?
Oh no, don't you hey Jack me. The hoops I had to jump through just to get to you.
Yeah, honestly, literally.
To hell and back, right? Well, the back part's still up in the air. So, what the hell are you doing here?
I'm okay now. Thank you for your concern. Of course, you don't have to thank me for that. Yeah, you know, you don't have to get into specifics or share, but I'm glad that you're okay now. I hope it wasn't anything... Well, I don't want to... Yeah, if I keep going, I might make you say something you don't want to say, so I don't want to, you know, do that. I'm just glad it seems like you're okay now.
I don't know. Oh, just saving your ungrateful ass that tried to kill me 5 minutes ago, by the way. I'm solving a missing magician case that somehow dumped me into a mess of angry mice, missing shrews, and mad scientists.
It's fine. My arm just is still tender and a little swollen still. So you got hurt then. Oh my god, I got attacked by a dog. I am so sorry, Sushi. Holy shit. Yes, I am very, very sorry to hear that. Okay now, though. Yeah, this is actually, I've been attacked by dogs twice in my life, so I was never... Don't pay attention. No, stop. Sorry, I'm just a little bit, slow on the draw this evening because I'm very, very tired, but, I was just gonna say that I have been attacked by dogs before, twice in my life, actually. Did not get bit, but, close on both occasions, and, yeah, I understand at least how scary it can be, but I am really, really sorry that that happened to you, and I'm glad that you seem to be doing okay. You know, I assume you must have gone to the hospital and, you know, gotten it looked at and stuff like that. And please don't, you know, don't worry. It's not like you're interrupting the stream or anything. Just worried is all. Please, this is, the least of my concern. I'll message you later, don't worry. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to make a big deal out of it and stuff like that. Just wanted to make sure that you were alright. But the game is great. I really do recommend this game. Can't say enough positive things about it. It is really funny and very, very well designed. Kind of just went through a whole segment that seemed to be somewhat inspired by Doom. And then it got really, really trippy. All for the sake of this magician guy here. So now we're kind of yelling at him for putting us through the ringer.
Yeah, I hear ya. But now you're here. It's time to move on.
It's getting closer to the end of the game. Yeah, apparently I'm decently close.
Wait, move on? You mean like go towards the light?
Heavens no. Move your tail out of here before something worse finds you.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I don't know. I made it this far.
Sure, but, Jack, I'm hiding here. You showing up kind of ruins the whole hideout part. You get me?
Ah, so the vaudeville drama wasn't just some flashy vanishing act. You were covering your tracks. Not bad. The cheese jug did much though, don't you think?
Come on, you know me. I always had a thing for dramatic exits. And with the big mouse party and the mob on my tail, I didn't have a lot of options.
Yeah, somehow you never do.
Look, Jack, I tried going legit. I really sort of did. But then Betty, my beloved assistant, rest her soul, introduced me to Von Hartzer, old world professor, or the professor, if you prefer. Turns out, we had a shared interest.
I like how he says, I tried going legit, I really sorta did. Doesn't sound like you tried very hard.
See, this place, the unknown. I've been chasing it ever since the war. Spent most of my fortune finding a way in. Even invited a cult to help. I can't get rid of the bastards now. Always came up short. Till I figured out what I was missing.
Why does Bandel make me irritated as he talks? Because he's just dripping with sleaze.
The life lifeblood of our world. Crazy stuff, powerful. Problem is, it doesn't come easy. And I needed a lot of it. So when the professor showed up with research of his own, I figured, why not team up, huh? I provide funds, resources, give him whatever he needs to finish the portal in my lab, but the ink, the most crucial ingredient.
Came from the shrews, huh? God damn, Steve. I always knew you were a cold bastard, but this...
Jesus Christ, that's why they're kidnapping them?
No, you got it wrong. Okay, mostly wrong. I told him about the shortage, and he figured the shrews, they have the perfect ink ratio. Efficient, he called it. At first, I didn't think much of it, brought in the cultists to help gather it, but then I found out von Hartzer was pressing the shrews, like literally squeezing them dry. I couldn't.
Why, leave the life you built?
I tried, but I couldn't. But when some mass psycho starts circling and the big mouse party gets involved, well, they don't do friendly tea parties, let me tell you.
So you ran.
Only logical choice. Disappear where no one dares follow. Lay low till things blow over. But now, I'm not so sure it'll ever be over.
Well, it ain't, because those eggheads are rebuilding the portal at the Kurtzville Nut House. I might have slowed them down a little, but...
The nut house? Son of a... I figured, but I hoped... Damn it. This is bad, Jack. You have to go back. Not that I don't enjoy your company, but someone's got to put a stop to this. You have to find von Hartzer and... well, blow whatever floats his U-boot to smithereens. Promise me that.
You know, Steve, this is your mess, not your first either. But I was kind of planning on it anyway, so yeah, sure, fine, I'll do it.
Didn't take much convincing.
Ah, see? Between you, me, and Cornelius, you're always the one with a functioning moral compass. Thanks, Jack.
Remember when I said sleaze?
Ah, you're sweet. You're gonna give me a toothache. Now what about you?
I'm gonna stay here for a while, maybe forever. Time doesn't tick by the same as in our reality. I'm surprised you aren't asking a million questions about this place.
Steve, we fought in the trenches. I gunned my way through mobsters, authoritarian cretins, mad scientists, and crooked cops. At this point, I don't got the energy to be surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we've been through so much at this point that it's, who cares? Thank you for the sticky note, Augustine. The teeth kick it. Who said that?
Alright, so where's the exit? You gonna wave your magic wand or what?
Ugh, sheesh. Just step through the mirror, Jack. Oh, and, it was nice to see you again. All things considered.
Yeah, I'll bet it was.
Considering, schmonsidering. Seeing Steve again wasn't the clean break I wanted. Because he was still dirty. Still a bastard. Still that cynical son of a... But he was my war buddy. And he wasn't dead. Part of me hated that I felt relief. Maybe he changed. Maybe he finally grew a conscience. Or maybe I'm a fool, growing yet another soft spot. Maybe. In the end, we're all just cogs in some rich man's machine, grinding away until we break.
I didn't know you could outsource having a moral compass like that. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised.
Woof. Wanda's gonna think I'm nuts, no matter how I slice it. May as well give her the whole scoop.
Yeah, this will be an interesting conversation, to say the least. Let's see what she thinks.
Jack?
Wanda?
You look like you just saw a ghost.
I did, sort of. I found him. Steve Bandel, alive and weird.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Nah, you'll never believe me.
Jack, I once printed your story about a rat burglar who swore a tiny mushroom alien on his head was steering him like a meat puppet. My tolerance for nonsense is limitless. So, where was Bandel holed up?
I don't know. I mean, really, I can't wrap my head around what I saw. It's beyond knowing. I still can't tell if it was nuthouse fumes messing with me or just one of Steve's tricks. But yeah, I went through hell and back to get to him.
So what? He staged his own abduction? Why? What's the angle?
Well, look, Steve's always been about the money, but lately he's developed a little side hobby. French science, occult stuff. That got him tangled in a series of deeply questionable events, like, well, shrew trafficking, morbid science projects, the real epitome of ethics.
I can't say enough how much I love the way this game is written.
He didn't do it all on his own, right?
That's the kicker. He got involved with some old world eggheads, led by someone who goes by the, nom de guerre, Z Professor. I hear they got in cahoots through one Betty Lynch.
Wait, the dead actress?
Wasn't quite dead back then, and Steve, in all his wisdom, gave those brainiacs full access to his work. But when things took a sharp left turn to cartoonishly evil, he suddenly grew a conscience. But the moment he did, he painted a big fat target on his back. So he fled, and now everybody wants him dead, including the mob and whoever fuels this scientific circus. And he's not exactly chatty about the details.
Tell me you at least slapped some cuffs on him.
I don't think he's into that. Besides, he's different now. Not all for the better, but I don't think he's the bad guy here. More like a guy who got in way too deep and realized too late. And wherever he is now, he's only dangerous to himself.
Well, that's a bit of an anticlimactic ending to a promising case.
Yep. He begged me to burn this whole thing to the ground, to, blow whatever floats Z Professor's U-boot or something. He gave me nothing substantial, though, and damn, I do hate leaving cases dead in the water.
I love that he brushed over that so fast, I know.
Wait. Water. U-boot. Old world. You know, there's been talk at the Herald about a strange submarine surfacing at the docks. I was gonna run a piece on it, but it deflated real soon. It's got old world markings. You think that...
Wanda, you beautiful genius. You never disappoint. I gotta hurry to the docks before Z Professor goes on sabbatical.
Jack, good seeing you.
Some friendly advice, John. I'm not your grocery service, so if you're sending me on another mission to fetch whatever nightmare fuel you call food, think again.
No, Jack. Nothing weird this time, see? I hear seafood's the hot stuff on the streets lately, and I just so happen to have this antique recipe.
Uh-huh. Antique recipe? What's in it? Fresh turd bow? Or a handful of crap cakes? Huh?
It's just a can of sea slug, Jack. Relax.
Oh.
So, can I count on you?
No, you count on your own fingers, but I will keep an eye out.
I love how pedantic he's getting.
What's crawled up his coat this time?
Alright, let me drop the save real quick. Let's pin the remaining clues we've got. Steve said his piece, and I've got no reason to doubt him. He realized too late just how big a fondue stain he'd stepped into. Stupid, sure, but not evil. A piece of frantic correspondence, or a meltdown really. Signed, Von Harzer. So he mixes some ink and discovers the perfect ratio for the unknown purpose. Big whoop. I hear Bandel's name one more time and I go pew bang. Somebody find me some speakers Mit the proper Z's. Schneller.
Interesting.
Whatever. Captain Sims and Big Mouse Party are in this together. Shaking hands, rubbing shoulders.
I'll need more proof to be sure.
Alright. Let's do that, and then let me actually go down here and see if I can upgrade the chainsaw. I'm actually kind of curious about what that will even do, to be honest. Oh, it actually doesn't let me. Interesting. Okay, well, what about the jar head? Increased damage. Clip size, max ammo. Okay, what's the alt fire? Channels a concentrated beam that deals massive damage on headshots. Okay, why not? That was the most minuscule, like, visual upgrade. I kind of expected something a little bit more pronounced.
About that, systemic screwing.
Ugh, you just don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't. You're young, you're full of fire, and it's easy to claim to have it all figured out, but you don't know half as much as you think you do.
Oh, I don't?
No, kiddo, you don't. Believe it or not, I was more or less your age when they shipped us off to war. I thought we were fighting for something real. Turns out it was just smoke, gas, and lies wrapped in flags. And it broke us. But we came home anyway, thinking we could build something better.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you've gone all disillusioned vet on me.
You got a mouth on you, kid.
I've been told.
We believed, Tam. And I still do. Some days. That we can fix things. Make it better. Otherwise, why do we keep going, huh? Why keep getting back up every time the world knocks me on my ass?
I know, Jack. That's why I couldn't hate you for long. Even when I wanted to. You're one of the good ones. Just a little confused sometimes.
And old?
Too old.
Ouch. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Welcome back, Sally. You missed boss battle. Well, kind of a boss battle. I didn't actually have to fight. I just had to survive. Steve Bandle, the magician, and his waffling about trying to absolve himself of his blame in this whole mess. Basically, they've been draining the shrews of ink in order to further their own ends. And so now I'm about to go and try to track down a submarine. I didn't realize Banner was Jack's war buddy too, yeah.
Oh, what about a thing that zips you straight where you need to go? Think fast travel.
You mean like a car?
Okay, well, you can't be the first to invent everything.
Is the sketchy fat guy the bad guy after all? No. At least not so it seems. Car too. Oh my god. Alright, let me not just... Me too. Oh my god. This game is ridiculous. Alright. What's wrong? It's just fart harbor. Gonna smell worse than blue cheese in the sun. You know, that really sounds like it could be a line straight out of this game, Sally. Oh my god. What a name for a location. The conspiracy board is pretty much entirely full, so I am wondering how close we are now.
It was time to catch some naughty professors and hit them with a tough query.
Whoa. Alright, that was trippy. Kind of actually reminded me a little bit of, Portal. That was really weird. Adrian, throw some lock-in magic my way, pretty please. Hold on. Hold on. I can help you with that. Okay. 1 second. This is probably gonna look a little bit funny because of the layout of my office, but it'll have to do. Augustine. Time for you to lock in. Can you hear me? You got this. So just lock in. Anything else that's distracting you, including me, tune it out. Whatever it is you need, you got it. So just lock in. Oh god, not giant nature. I know, it's terrifying, isn't it? Alright. Sorry, who are we scalding and for what? Not scalding, we're giving encouragement to Augustine to, lock into something he's working on. Art would be my guess. My timbers are shivered. I'll lock in.
The Wallop boys here. Of course they are.
Okay, then you better do what you have to do or I'll throw 10 full course meals your way. Okay, let's go up. You know, I sometimes forget that I can actually double jump. Hey, look at this, Augustine. This might be for you. Hard work pays off. Sweat now, nap later. It's another lock-in message for you. Alright, that was... Don't force my hand.
And off they go. Well, not what you call a civilized mouse, but I might need a civilized way to tell them.
Of course they're gonna run. Why wouldn't they? Effecto is talking about Silent Hill? Reminded me of Silent Hill the room where you find the giant head in the room. Yes, okay, Effecto, I thought the same thing. Yes, when I did the close-up, I actually mentioned that the last time I did that little bit, that it reminds me of Eileen's giant head. Glad to see we're on the same page with that. Alright, I think it's time to get a little spicy. I'm all too happy to share a little bit of this summer heat. So by all means, come and get some. Enough to go around. Who are you trying to quickscope? Alright. Look it up as Eileen's head in the room. Yeah, I know exactly which scene you're talking about. Oh yeah, that's Adrian right there.
Next time John asks me for help, I'm throwing him in the oven.
Alright, so we got his sea slugs that he was looking for. Now where do we have to go? Alright. For that...
hello?
Howdy there, landlubber.
Hello, sir. It's so nice you came by. Fancy a cup of joe to warm you up?
Not really, no. I just, happened to stumble.
Well, I'm off to work hard as usual. See you later, hon.
Give me some love, Eddie, my dear. Good. Now, off you go. Off. I'll try to entertain our unexpected guest.
What is going on?
There's really no need to,
Nonsense. You just wait right here. I'll think of something fun, and we're gonna have a splendid evening. Ooh, now let me fetch you a pair of slippers.
Right. I'll, just check outside to see if I wipe my shoes, alright? Be right back.
Is this a reference to something? Because what the heck? This looks like you could interact with it, but, evidently not. Alright. Oh my lord, why are dingo skulls so hard to draw? That does sound like it would be really difficult to draw. And no worries, Augustine. You are more than free to vent about it. Alright, I see that just let in more bad guys. Everything is a reference if you try hard enough and pull out the conspiracy board. Fair. Oh, if that was a snake, it would have bit me. Completely missed that hook. Alright. Wait a minute, did I just... What the... You can go through the wall there? Get out of here. Now. Fast as you can. But my wife, my boy, ex-wife, pal. They'll be fine. But you? You disappear. Leave. Leave the city. Don't look back. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, fake wall indeed. Something is written on the door of the wagon. Hold on. No entry yet. Wonder how many people you've killed by now? Good question. I also am curious about that. Supposed to be after World War I, right? Yeah, it seems like it's making a lot of references to that and World War II for sure. Can I shoot that? Okay, good. Just, you know, mouse versions of those events. I always have to wonder about these people that apparently have nothing better to do with their lives except take cover inside of crates and barrels and wait to get shot. What is she doing here?
Hey, kiddo, what are you doing here?
Literally the same thing I just said.
Oh, this and that. But what are you sniffing around the docks for?
I was chasing one crazy egghead, and then he went underwater.
Ah, ever on the quest for justice. Need some help?
Frankly, I do. I need to go below. I saw one of those Water D diving suits.
Whoa, my almost pa. No. No. F those corporate shills. What you need is a custom-tailored fancy schmancy diving suit with a cherry on top. And I can make you one.
And let me guess. I'm gonna need the head of a diving suit. And that's why that thing was glistening in the room with those, that random couple. I'm gonna have to go and try to get it from them. Right?
Okay. So, what do you need, Tam?
Let me see. A helmet, heavy spiked boots, and the suit itself. The latter is easy peasy effing squeezy. There's a tanker around the corner. You'll surely stumble over a suit there. As for the other two,
Please don't tell me I have to keep whacking it until somebody drops it.
What? That's just plain dumb. Who would do something like that? Okay, here's the deal. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a shrew working here in the docks. Named Eddie. He's a filthy effing fondue head, plastered from dawn until, dawn. But, well, you know.
Heart of gold.
And some shaky hands, too, if you catch my drift. Yeah, so he's usually prancing around the dockyard, you know, the way you came in. He must have a pair of boots if he didn't pawn them off already. You probably missed him on the way here. He went for a piss or another glass of cheese, yeah.
And the helmet.
That, my dear sir, I do not know. But if you find Eddie, and you must, just ask him. That bastard sniffed around every hole in this area, so he could help you. Or just say that Tammy effing Tumbler is calling in that favor.
What favor?
Jack. Jack. You're like a father to me, but come on. There's a limit.
Okay. Take care, kiddo.
Always do, Jackie.
I forgot I muted myself to... forgot I muted myself to yawn. Saying, yeah, we do in fact have a good idea of where to find at least one of these pieces.
Come here, man.
Oh my god, he sounds completely out of it. Don't let yawn poison you. Might be my favorite character so far. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Did you ever use that code you found? No, unfortunately, because it never let me actually go back. I guess I was supposed to actually go back through the whole level, and, yeah, I didn't expect that to play out that way. Okay, well, I got the diving helmet. That was easy. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, there he is.
Yes.
You look proper stuffed up. Can you, do me a solid?
Oh my god. Okay, 1 second, chat. I'm just gonna turn off the fan. It's a little cold in here, and I think that might be contributing to, well, besides not sleeping, I do think that it might be contributing to me starting to nod out a little bit. So, 1 second. I'm just gonna go turn that off. Yes, thank you for the hydrate as well. I will take a sip while I stand up and move around real quick. Mail some of the cold to me. I would give you a little bit if I could, but I think I need all of it. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Thank you for the wait. For waiting, rather. I went and I splashed some cold water on my face, so hopefully that should keep me awake for a little bit longer as I try to at least get through this mission, and then we'll probably call it. Thank you.
Do a what now?
You know, a favor?
Like what?
See, my wifey, she's all good and kind, and I'm such a lowlife. Always chugging cold fondue on the job.
Yeah. Where do I come in?
Anytime. She's a good host. We'll give you cookies and stuff.
Fine. What do you want from me?
See, I got a diving gig, right? And she thinks I'm actually working, but that damn cold fondue always gets in the way.
Oh my god.
Here, take the boots. I got a helmet in my home.
That's convenient, almost as if by design.
Now, go down there. There's an entrance to the staircase. Slip in, get the helmet, get out. My dear, dear Marie.
Oh, good lord.
She must not know I'm here, drowning myself in that filthy fondue. I'm filth. Trash. The worst man ever created.
Well, I need that helmet either way, so...
A warm fondue? Brilliant.
Oh my god. You're right there, sir. Alright. That alt fire explains so much. Didn't even realize you could do that. I know the music is so good, right?
Eye size. Great.
Oh my god. Okay, that's interesting. Love noticing important game mechanics more than halfway through the game, I know. Finish looking around in here. Could have sworn that there was a something I ran by. Okay, that for sure, but not. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, I may end up needing to call it at the next typewriter after all. I am exhausted. Speaking of. Shortcut unlocked. Let me save it. Maybe the next one. I really do apologize for that. I had time set out for this, and fortunately things just did not go according to the way I would have preferred, sadly.
Got everything?
Yeah, just don't get me started on Eddie.
Yeah, no, I won't. I know him all too well. Now, give me them goods. This goes in here. Plug in that thingamajig. Okay, Here you go.
So, what did you do?
Put it together.
I could have done it myself.
You don't have the manual. Now, hurry along. The anti-shock cage is right here on the boat.
Okay, wait, the shark what?
Can't imagine what we're gonna need that for.
Glug, glug, glug. Oh, wait. No, I got the helmet on.
Alrighty, seems like we have a whole new area to explore. Probably something that's going to be decently expansive. So, what I'm going to do is save. And we will save this for, probably tomorrow. My intention is to stream again. Hopefully after having proper rest, if, you know, if the world feels like letting me have that one, but I'm not going to, not gonna count on that. Oh, I love that theme. I know, right? Yeah, it is really good effect, though. It actually kind of reminds me, of something that I feel like would have been in, the old Army Men games that I talked about on stream before. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Kind of like a mixture of, the castle level and what's the other one? The toy store in Sarge's Heroes 2. If you know, you know. But in any case, hold on. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move back over. Alright. Hold on. Let me come back to color. Alright. Yes, thank you all for being here today. I missed doing this, missed you all. Again, I do apologize. I seemed a little bit low energy, especially in the last, I'd say probably the last hour, but it's really starting to catch up with me now. Just really need to at least try to get a little bit of rest even if I don't sleep. But yeah, definitely I think I've reached a point of full-blown exhaustion, which is not great, but you know, largely out of my control. So I'm gonna find somebody to raid and leave you with them. Oh, I just came back, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was gonna go for a little bit longer, but I feel way too tired, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to be very entertaining as I am in this condition. Quite tired, so we're gonna find somebody to raid. Let's see. Do get some good rest, thank you. I will definitely try my best. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the head pats, Naka. Alright, so I have tons of choices right now for who to raid. But I think we're gonna raid one of the earliest acquaintances I made on here, actually. Friday night's always a busy one. Oh yeah, definitely. Her name is Lilith Hua. She's very energetic and very funny. She's rarely ever on, so this is a rare opportunity to actually raid her. Maybe surprise her. She seems to be playing Devil May Cry 3. So we're gonna go ahead and raid into her. And yeah, we'll go ahead and go say hi. So please, if you are gonna stick around, our raid message is Hallie Raid, of course. And you can throw in whatever emotes you want. But yes, thank you all for being here. Had a lot of fun. And my hope is to do this again tomorrow. I can't make any promises just because everything is... this week has been a nightmare when it comes to trying to plan anything out. But operating under the assumption that life is not going to make things any more difficult for me, which it's probably a safer bet to believe that will be the case, but you know. My intent is to be back here again tomorrow. Probably around the same time. Probably finish this game if we're so close. You almost definitely wrap up this game in the next one. Okay. Yeah, that's actually what I'm happy to hear, because I'm loving this game. I don't want it to end, but at the same time I do I'm looking forward to starting some other stuff, whatever that may be. So have a good night, Adrian, and hope by tomorrow you're well done. Thank you. No, I really, really do appreciate that, Naka. And you too, Effecto, thank you. Rest well. Hope we see you again after a long nap. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully so. I'm gonna try to get something to eat and then see if hopefully I can just go pass out. Because I really, really need it. In case you can't tell. But anyway, that's enough complaining out of me. Good night. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for the stream. Do take a good rest. Thank you so much, Sally. You too. Please do make sure that you also get some rest. And that goes for all of you. Please, please get rest. Please eat if you haven't already, and take care of yourselves, okay? It was great to do this again. But yeah, I will be seeing you all hopefully tomorrow. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this raid going. Alrighty, yes, I will be leaving you in the care of Lilith Hua. Thanks for the stream too, metaphorically praying for you to get a good sleep. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, Emerald. Alright. Just make sure I'm all ready to raid. Okay, good. Alrighty. All set. Good night to you too, Augustine. Alright, I'll be seeing you all next time. Until then, stay spellbound. Good night, everyone.
And of